Okay, family, I'm Lord Eric Steele, aka Big Rossi Love, and we are here for another episode of FBA All Day, the show all about justice and understanding for our people. Well, today is another Skinfolk Spotlight service. We're going to shine the Skinfolk Spotlight on today's recipient. The one receiving all of her flowers and glory is Zoe Saldana, however you say her name. Who cares? I don't care. I don't think we could care less how you say her name. She's an hold on. She's an accomplished actress. I give her credit, but she's the very definition of skinfolk. She has our complexion, but she has no connection to our people. Okay? She has our complexion, she has our skin tone, but her spirit, her persona, who she is everything against what we are. She is very comfortable with the oppressive class of people. She's very comfortable saying that she is not black. She said that openly several times. Do not call her black. She's not black. Even though she has gotten most of her breaks by playing a person who is black, even though she's been given opportunities that would be afforded to a position that for someone who would be black. She vultures in like a buzzard. She takes from our culture what she needs, and then she don't want the rest of it. She doesn't want what comes with the rest of it. She just wants the good parts of being black. You got it? She wants to get the roles that should be played by a black person. She wants to get all the accolades as well. But when it comes down to it, she'll tell you she's not black. She had her, and I said before, when these skin folk, when they get their accolades, they quickly tell you who they are. They'll quickly give props to where they are, who they are. When she got her little Oscar win, which congratulations on your Oscar win, I'm not taking nothing from the lady, but the first thing she said is, this is a win for the first Dominican actress. She forgot about black right off the bat. She forgot what she looked like. She was Dominican instantly, just like that. This is why we delineate. This is why we are saying we are foundational black Americans. Do not put these people in the box with us. We don't want to see her name pop up when it's time for reparations. Okay? We don't want to see her. We don't want to see anything that has to do with her or her kids. Don't come running when things go bad for you. Don't come running to foundational black Americans. Don't be trying to side with us. Okay? Because as soon as you get an accolade, you forget who you are. Automatically, you're Dominican instantly. And we're fine with it. We are fine with you being Dominican. Stay Dominican. You don't have to be faking to be African American. You ain't got to be faking none of that. Just stay who you are. Just be Dominican. When I think about her, she is a good actress. When I think about how she endeared herself to us in the beginning, how I became familiar with her, how I started to like her as an actress. I know this wasn't her first movie. She did one movie before, but her second or third movie was Drumline with Nick Cannon. She did that movie Drumline. It came out in 2002. She was his love interest in Drumline. I thought she was cool. I thought we had a little star on our hands. Thought she was going to go on to do big things. I was pleased with her. I liked her performance. And it's kind of funny. She was a black girl at an HBCU, nonetheless. It's kind of strange, right? Then the next time I saw her, she was with the Mac Man, Bernie Mac, one of our G's. Love me some Bernie Mac. She was in a movie Bernie Mac did called Guess Who. It was called Guess Who, which is a play off the movie. I think Sidney Poitier played in a movie called Guess Who's Coming to Dinner back in the day. But this was a play off of that. And instead of the white girl bringing the black man to dinner, this was the black girl, alleged black girl, bringing a white boy to dinner. So I thought, okay, that's different. And the movie went on as you imagine it would go on. Bernie being Bernie, it was a phenomenal movie for me. I loved it. I like Bernie Mac. I like everything about Bernie Mac, the Mac Man. Okay, but in that movie, she played Ashton Kutcher's girlfriend. Okay, so I'm like, okay, she did her thing and seemed so comfortable with it. Okay, that's acting. All right. That movie became a theme for her. Became a style that you became starting to see her sticking to. She preferred that style, if you know what I mean. Uh, it became very apparent that this is the role she's most comfortable playing. Excuse me. She's very comfortable playing someone that's in love with someone that's in love with someone that's in love with she's very comfortable playing someone that's in love with comfortable playing someone that's in love with she's very very comfortable playing someone that's in love with she's really comfortable. Okay, this is this is who she is. This is who she is. Okay, and I don't have a problem with it. I really don't have a problem with it. I wish she would just stop vulturing off of our culture. Is what I wish. Stop signing her up for stuff that has to do with our foundational black greatness. Like in 2016, she played the movie Nina Simone. She played our phenomenal foundational black American Nina Simone, who was a civil rights activist and one of our writers. She was always entertaining and always looking out for the people. And when they chose her to play our phenomenal sister Nina Simone, I felt like I had been stabbed. It's like a stab in the back. In this movie, Nina Simone, not only did she put on blackface to play Nina, but she had to wear a fake nose as well. And my whole point is, if it's to that extent, why not just get a real foundational black American actress to play that role? There's other people out there with the same talent, but she has to try to take that role. See what I'm saying? So Hollywood will look for her instead of giving a foundational black American actress that role. Okay? It's actresses that could have fit that part 100% and would have played the role. It would have been more of a connection in the role. They could have pulled the role off. Like when Angela Bassett plays Tina Turner. I don't know how she didn't win an Oscar for that. I don't know how. I don't even understand how Oscars mean anything. After you see Angela Bassett not get an Oscar for playing Tina Turner, you know that the Oscars really have no validity. They really become invalid at this point. What they say really in one ear out the other because they have no credibility. If ever there was an Oscar performance, it was Angela Bassett playing Tina Turner. Period. But because of that, I mean, there's colorisms and anti-blackist situations that happen in Hollywood, which makes it very difficult for real black actresses to get the roles of black people or persons of interest in our society. And it's because these people who have no connection with us, they'll just take these roles. And the roles don't mean nothing to them. They don't mean nothing to them. How do I know? Well, listen, when that really young girl, that nice girl, what's her name? Zendaya. When they offered her the role of Aaliyah, when she found out that Aaliyah's family didn't approve of that role, didn't approve of that movie, she fell back. She was like, you know what? They don't want this movie. They don't want me in this movie. She fell back. Do you think Zoe did that when she heard all the backlash for her coming up trying to play Nina Simone? She didn't care. She didn't care at all that people weren't happy with her being the selection for that movie. She could care less. She didn't care about the family. Nina has a daughter named Lisa Simone. She could ask Lisa how she felt about the movie or at least try to get her approval, but she didn't care. She just did the movie anyway. I have refused to watch the film. I'm never going to watch it until they let somebody with who's one of us play that role. I know enough about Nina Simone that I don't need that movie. But it's quite painful to see what they do to our foundational Black Americans. It's quite embarrassing, and it's really annoying. Is what it is at this point. It really becomes annoying. Like I said, um, this person, Zoe, she's a Dominican and Puerto Rican descent. Uh, she has no problem messing over our history, but when the Dominican Independence Day came, she made a post and she said nobody doesn't have to tell her about black Latinos. She didn't want us to go into the history of the black Latinos. She didn't want us to talk about the black Dominicans. She didn't want us to go into that. But she has no problem messing with our history, you see? This is what I'm talking about. This is their mindset. So to her, she could care less if she's messing over our people, our foundational phenomenals. She has no problem messing over them. Okay? But if it comes to Dominican history, oh no, you got to get it right. If you ain't from there, don't try to tell the story to hear it from her. If you're not from there, don't tell the story when it comes to her and her little assumed people. These are the people she assumes she's a part of. But here's a quick question. If she's so Latino or Latina, how come those people aren't propping her up? How come those people aren't propping her up? Why is it such a problem when we don't give her credit? Her people aren't giving her credit, so why should we? You see? It's like a double standard there. She is a disaster of a person. And you think, oh well, these are just movie roles she's acting in. Oh, this is just her acting. Nonsense. Nonsense. That's who she is. That's who her family is. And I've talked to you guys many a times about the way these people think they're something else. They have our skin tone, but they think they're something else. This is her and her sisters. Now, she'll tell you that she's raising black kids. But can you please help me understand how you think you raising a black man when your husband is white? These are the very dangers that I'm talking about, people. These people will have different mindsets from us. They don't share the same outlook we have against the oppressive class, and that makes them very dangerous. Very dangerous. We have to recognize these people as who they are and keep them in their space. This is not hate, this is just facts. I've given you facts, nothing about hate, and my opinion on some things. But she is definitely not us. Zoe is Skinfolk. All right? So today's winner, who deserves all the spotlight shine, if you ask me, Skinfolk Spotlight shines on Zoe. A buzzard of a person. All right, that's it for today's episode of FBA All Day. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's your brother, Lord Eric Steele, Big Rossi Love. It's always love. One.